He's gonna get him. He's wiggling the butt. Boom! I don't know where he went. Certainly the chase proceeded into this room. I thought you were going to keep running. The running stopped. Is it because I came to spy on you? I'm sorry. Hello everyone and welcome to Saturday, day 5 of dizziness. I took my first pill, the first antibiotic last night. Woke up this morning, took the next antibiotic. You take them twice a day, one in the morning, one at night, on an empty stomach. And when I woke up this morning, God, I felt sick. I just felt so sick. I also had like a really terrible dream, like really gross dream. Mal, I never told you this dream.
No.
I woke up at like 10 because I was gonna sleep. I was up late and I was gonna sleep just a tiny bit later, but I woke up at 10, and this dream was we were at some sort of restaurant. And I don't know where we were, but we were in like some other part of the world, and because I remember thinking like this must be a cultural thing, but there was a strange name for this dish that they were serving, and it was a dog, like it was like a Pomeranian dog, and like it was like the actual dog, like not skinned or anything. It was just a dog, and it was moving and like alive. And I remember thinking, this is a dog. What is this? And there was like a funny name that it had, but otherwise this is just a dog. And I was like, oh my God. And then it was like still sort of moving, and I was like, oh my. And I woke up and it was like the worst nightmare ever. And then I just felt sick, nauseous over that entire idea. And went to the bathroom. I laid back down and I was like, this ain't gonna happen. So I just got up and started working on stuff. And yeah, it's not a great way to start the day. But the dizziness is still here, which means that the inner ear fluid is still out of whack. I'm hoping that the antibiotics will really kick in soon to start that draining process, because that's what's making me dizzy. And it's really hard to focus on stuff. So I'm just kind of keeping my fingers crossed. Made myself a sandwich. It's a
beautiful sandwich.
Thank you. I thought so. We went to Costco yesterday because we were down in Myrtle Beach, and they got the fancy bread, and it's the same price as I would pay for normal bread at the grocery store. So it's like, oh man, I'm gonna get some fancy bread, and I can't eat as much fancy bread as you get because you have to buy it in a 2-pack. But we froze one, so that makes it work. Anyway, so today the agenda is basically,
work?
Yeah, Mal is hoping to finish up her painting today, right?
Yeah. We got the window open for lunch.
Yeah, which is nice.
It's cold, but
well,
it's nice.
It's nice.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's a nice change too. Anytime we can let in some air, but yeah, we're gonna work today. For as bad as the dizziness has been, I've said it before, but when I'm sitting and I'm focused on just one thing, it's not awful. It's not terrible. If I have to get up for any reason, it gets a little bit worse, but no matter what, there's always like this dull ache. So, come on, antibiotics, kick in, man. I can't take much more of this. I'm sad to say that even after all day, my ear still hurts, and I don't think the antibiotics have kicked in quite like I want them to, which is a real shame. Hopefully tomorrow, since it'll have been like a full 24 hours that I've had stuff in my system. Well, I mean it has, but 24 plus. Again, I'm fine to work and get stuff done. It's just it hurts, and the whole headache, dizziness thing just really sucks. So this evening it was Saturday, which is normally Saturday game night. We didn't record anything this week just because we actually have a pretty good backlog of content right now, and the stuff that I want to record requires 2 cameras. The other camera being Dan, and Dan is still out of the country, so whenever he gets back, we'll probably record something next week. But we just kind of chatted tonight And what was really interesting is we were all having a big conversation about the past, and me and Chaz specifically were talking about a conversation that we had like 10 years ago, over 10 years ago. And, we were talking about it, and I was like, yeah, I remember that, just like it was yesterday. And he's like, well, it's not on Facebook Messenger, because we concluded it was actually on AOL Messenger. And he said, so I guess it's gone. And I said, actually, it's not. It's not. I have all those chat logs, and I do. And I had to figure out which drive it was, because I have a stack of like 9 externals that are just sitting up on a shelf. So I started pulling them down and try them out. And eventually I found the one that had all the chat logs on it. And I was able to go and find that exact conversation. And I recounted, some of the conversation to the people that were listening in Discord, and everyone, got a great laugh out of it. It was just fun. Keeping a hold of these chat logs for all these years, it's like one of those things that if I didn't have them, it wouldn't be a big deal. But the fact that I do have them is really cool. And I was able to look at some of the other chat logs I have. So, like, I have messages from Mao, and I know I've talked about this on the vlog before, but, like, I have the first time where we kind of admit to each other that, we like each other. I said, you already know what's coming, but I'll say it again. Or, for the first time, I like you a lot. And Mao says, and I like you a lot, too. And then I say, I have so much to say right now, and all I can hear are Link and Pikachu. And of course that was because my roommates were in the middle of playing Smash Melee, since Brawl was not out at the time. And then we just talk about how happy we are, and how it had been dragged out for a while because we kind of knew that we liked each other. I said it was the best week ever. Mao said, oh yes, totally. So it was a good start to everything. I also have I have chat logs from like so many other people from a million years ago. One of them is Emile, and what's interesting is that I've known Emile for a long, long time, and I guess this is on my mind because tonight I just released the first of the Emile Massey vlogs, and what was interesting is I've known him for a long time, and I only have chat logs from when I was in college. I don't have anything before that, and I talked to him before that too, but I don't have those. The first message I have from him, was when I was already in college, and it was October 26th, 2007. Is the earliest message I still have from Emile, and he sent me a message, and he said, so, did you know you were going to be in EGM this month, which is Electronic Gaming Monthly? And I said, what? In all caps. And he said, check my topic in Starman.net discussion. And I said, a scan, please. He said, you're in it. The pictures of you as a hippie in Electronic Gaming Monthly. And I said, Friggin Sweet, which is a thing that 2007 me probably would have said. Anyway, so yeah, he actually tipped me off to the fact that happened. And I think 2007, I think that's before he started doing YouTube, or he was just in the very, very beginning of it. It's just, wild, these relationships and stuff that I've had for such a long time, and to read the text just, really takes me back. I was in, I think I've talked about it on the blog before, I was actually in an issue of EGM, and I didn't know about it. Like, I did not know I was in it, and Emile was the one who told me, because he saw the topic on Starman.net, and I actually went over there, and they had a scan of it. I didn't even have a copy of the magazine. I remember after I heard about it, that day I went to the bookstore that was a part of my school that sold magazines and stuff like that, and I picked up the issue so I would have an issue because I was in the magazine. So, yeah, it's really neat. It's just fun to go back and read this stuff. Mao is actually still painting. She was on for a little bit, and we talked with everybody, but then she went back to keep painting. But I think now she's ready for a break, so we can have our Kit Kat. All right, Mao. So, what is today's flavor?
Adult sweetness.
Adult sweetness?
Adult sweetness.
What kind of... What does that even mean? Does that just mean it's like dark?
Good job. I assume it means it's dark.
Because like, I don't know what else that could possibly
Here,
mean.
I broke it.
It smells good. It smells chocolatey. Smells dark. And not as dark as the bitter one, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So like
Probably more 75.
lower.
You think lower? 60?
Yeah.
Isn't milk like 40?
Yeah. So it's like, I don't know, 50, 60%. Not as dark as the bitters. It was good. Better than a normal Kit Kat, but the bitters was better. If you couldn't already tell, me and Mal prefer dark chocolate to milk chocolate. So, yeah. It was good. There's some that have been better, but God knows there's been some that's been worse. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, let's meet back tomorrow, shan't we?